Greetings, good life. Let's continue with the series now of my reading my Benevolent Magic blog for you. This was originally posted on Sunday, December 18th of 2005, and it's called Allowing Permission to Help You. Many of you have wondered why, in recent days, that there seems to be such a cacophony of cries from the people around you and others, saying that this one is to blame and that one is to blame. And you feel caught between wanting to do something about that and wanting to get away from the complaints. It's true that many of these complaints can be justified not only by opinion or bias, but very often by facts. And yet, just as often, even if you or others did something political, or in other ways, it really may not change things too much. Does this mean you shouldn't vote? No. Voting is good, and being informed as a citizen wherever you live is good. That's useful. And speaking of the facts, as you know and understand them, that is also useful. And exchanging opinions with others who may know other facts, that is good too. But in order to support your soul's desire to come to this planet, be exposed to a wide variety of opinions, points of view, knowledge, wisdom, and simply examples of existence, which is a desire by all of our souls here, then the bottom line is, it's important to ask why things are not more pleasant, and what's the best thing to do overall to bring about changes. Overall, the best thing to do, in my experience, is to give people permission to be benevolent. One of the biggest things I have found that is lacking on this planet in all levels of society is permission. You know that sometimes, on rare occasions, yes, when you or others have permission to do something, it is an exultant feeling, wonderful, even if it is only permission to do something that you don't do. But the feeling of permission is very often so rare it is wonderful. Therefore, I'm going to make a suggestion that you say a benevolent magic about that. First, I'm going to suggest that you ask out loud the following living prayer to prepare for saying the benevolent magic. I suggest you say, I am asking that I now feel the most benevolent and loving energies that are available to me to support me now and to prepare me to be receptive in the safest and most benevolent way. Say that and wait a minute or two, not much longer, for the energies will be there. See if you can notice some change in your physical body. You might feel a little warmth, some of you might feel some tingling, and when you feel a bit more relaxed, then I suggest you say the following benevolent magic. I suggest you say, I request that the hearts and souls of all beings around me that I can see and who are not visible to me have permission now to be of heart, to be of their soul essence, and to experience the greatest benevolence they have ever known. I request that this happen in the most benevolent way for me and result in the most benevolent outcome. Now you might reasonably ask, why do we often say the most benevolent way for me? It is in the nature of benevolent magic that the support for your own belief system and for your immediate soul's environment is required in some way, so that you will not only appreciate the value of benevolent magic, but also appreciate your own capacity to alter in some way, many times in many ways, the benevolence of your own life. This is not meant to be selfish, but rather, when your own life is altered to being more benevolent, you tend to exude, not unlike a light bulb, a amount of benevolence. You don't when you experience this. You don't send it out intentionally. That's by way of rejecting it. But you simply, by experiencing it, radiate it, not unlike the way light comes off a light bulb. It just happens. You don't have to do anything about it. It happens on its own. And in this way, it supports the hope of others in the value and in the pursuit of life itself. Consider that permission is something that needs to be given more often for benevolent pursuits, and even to imagine that something is possible. If you like, you can say the following living prayer too. Wait a day or so and say it. You can say, if you like, I am asking that I experience permission to have permission and enjoy the benevolent feelings that follow, and that my experience of this allow greater benevolence in my life and the lives of others. Good life to you all, and good night.